Hello guys, welcome back to another video here. It's Captain Speed Gaming, and today we're going to do what if Ethiopia made an empire. Now the first thing they would do is build up their army before going to war with Djibouti, and they would push on their entire border until they reach the coast, because they would be able to seize very many foreign military bases, and the foreign powers would not care in this scenario. After that, they would go to war with Eritrea, pushing up from Djibouti because that's where the army is, and also pushing a little up here in the northern regions. They then continue their push because Ethiopia has a stronger military than Eritrea. Then they have a full frontal push, full northern push to eventually just completely annex and occupy and annex Eritrea. It's an easy victory for Ethiopia, and now they're going down to Somaliland. So just take the color of blue and then paint that on the entirety of Somaliland. They begin pushing down south in the most northern land. It is Somalia they're going to war with, not Somaliland. That's where they're pushing in first. Then they begin pushing in their entire southern border with Somalia, and also pushing down to cut off Somaliland from Somalia. So first thing they do is try to completely occupy Somaliland, but they fail because Yemen and Oman is helping. So now that's going to be something Ethiopia will have to handle. But then they just go ahead and push down to take the remainder of Somalia to clear up some of their army to go ahead and, help out. Yeah, so they are basically just going to push all the way over to their border until they get stopped by the Somalian military. But most of it is actually over in Somaliland because they didn't think of, a full frontal assault, a full push on their entire border after the extremely difficult push through a third of their army to get into Somaliland. And these are fictional numbers, and then look at that, entirely surrounded this little bubble of Somalia. Now the entire all that's left is Yemen, Oman, and this area of Somaliland. So they begin pushing in and make quite a lot of progress, taking the Horn of Africa and taking the island Yemen owns. Then they're continuing, they push towards the coast, getting stopped right there, and then just deciding to land in Yemen. So they just continue pushing up, taking the entire western coast. And then they just basically have a good time pushing in, just winning again and again. Then they get a little more progress, and then the United Arab Emirates join in on the fun against Ethiopia. Now Ethiopia is beginning to actually make quite a bit of progress in the middle of Yemen, cutting Yemen in half, and also taking the coast surrounding what 1/5 of their army is inside of this huge area here. It's like literally half the country, and because they have a lot of their army down in good old Somaliland, in Somalia. Yes, yes. fantastic, man. Now Yemen is about to lose, and no more troops can be go over to here because they are blockaded here. So if they wanted to get troops there, they would have to go around like this, or do a naval invasion. So what they're doing now is basically building up fortifications along like around here to have enough time to do so before the huge onslaught of Ethiopian military members, army, yeah, the entire, most, like half the Ethiopian army comes. Now, I have been thinking a little bit, and I will do Republic at War. I will create a new playlist for it. And I will also do one more thing. Maybe play Battlefield 2042. Maybe though, I don't know. It depends, like maybe 2 hours of footage can get down to like 20 minutes where I'm not very mad because of how I can be sniped by the automatic shotgun from 100, 200 meters away. So yeah, it may or may not happen. Who really knows? I don't really like playing Battlefield alone, but I like playing. I don't really like doing this alone. Well, I used to like doing it alone, but now I don't certainly didn't like to do it. But now I like doing it because I'm recording, and look at this. Oman has nearly completely gotten destroyed. And look at this. The Burj Khalifa has been captured by Ethiopia. Now look at it. You see that? That's that looks like victory to me, nearly. That looks like near victory to me. But just before United Arab Emirates gets destroyed, Bahrain and also Qatar joins in there. Kuwait also decides to join in, but it doesn't go too well because Qatar and Bahrain gets easily destroyed as well as Kuwait, and now Somalia is basically going to lose. Now naval invasion over here too, just building out and also pushing in here, just cutting down their all of their defenses, and then now having lost this entire coalition against Ethiopia getting bigger made Ethiopia get way bigger than what they planned to get. Oops, there we go. Now it is time to do this very smart thing called removing the borders and making Ethiopia annex every single part of what they just occupied. No puppeting, nothing, no shady stuff. Just complete another annexation. Like, look at this. Isn't that just fantastic? Now, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one.